Okay, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and an exclamatory mark. 35 characters to start off our day with Minecraft. Hey friends, I'm Pranav from the Edu Yourself team, and right, or rather left next to me is Nilaba.
Hey there, so today I just discovered something, and what did I discover? That you have discovered this video. And why did you do that? Probably because you read the title, which says Minecraft for beginners, and yeah, how to go on with your first day and survive your first night. So that is why we are here, right? We are going to show you how you can start Minecraft, basically guide you on how to play Minecraft, and we'll also survive the first night today. So let's get started.
Okay, so here this is how you start off Minecraft and single player, multiplayer Minecraft realms, options and quit game. Okay, let's just go on with single player first.
Okay, side note, the version we are playing in is Minecraft 1.11.2. Some features might differ depending upon your version of the game.
So let's just go ahead and create a new world. And here we see a few elements here: world name, game mode, more world options, create another new world, and cancel.
Another new world.
In the sense, yeah,
Just new world.
whatever. Okay, so the first thing, world name. What would you call your world? Come on, here since we are from Edu Yourself, let's call it Minecraft Yourself. Why not, Nilaba?
Yeah, but a few errors other than that. So let's just go on with Minecraft yourself, because Minecraft yourself is it.
Oh god.
So yeah, technically it doesn't matter, you can always rename your world, but what is there in it? And now next thing which we notice is game mode, which is survival by default. Now if we click on it, we can change it to hardcore, we can change it to then creative. Now what are these things? Now survival is the basic thing, which the basic play element of Minecraft. This is where most you are going to pay most of your time if you are for gaming here. Other than that, hardcore we don't recommend, at least in the beginning, because in hardcore if you die once, your world is gone. And creative, it's like you can it's like you can fly around, there's no limit, you can get whatever you want, you can destroy blocks instantly. It's, if you want to make something, if it's for your construction, let's say a redstone construction, or if it is some test which you're doing, there is a time when you'll be using creative. Otherwise it's just survival, where we mostly play in Minecraft. This is the main play element of Minecraft. So other than that, next you have the more world options. Now what is that, Pranav?
Okay, you can see that we find seed for the world generator, generate structures, world type, allow chest, bonus, allow cheats, bonus chest, done, create new world, and cancel. Okay, now what is all this jargon? Seed for the world generator. What is seed, Nilaba?
Okay, so the way Minecraft creates worlds is upon a function which is known as the world generator. Now the world generation starts with the initial value, and that initial value is called a seed. Now you can manually supply a seed, or if you just leave it blank, it's just going to create a random seed as it says below. So based on the seeds, the world generator does all its calculations and it creates the world. The world in Minecraft is procedurally generated for any of the wanting to know the technical details. So next we have we'll just give some seed to our world. Actually it's not necessary, but we'll just give it. Why don't we call it by our channel name, Edu Yourself? So next we have generate structures. Now what is structures?
Here right below you can see villages, dungeons, etc. So in Minecraft there are specific structures, right? In a sense, physical elements like that have already been created with the world, like villages, as they say, dungeons. Then we have desert temples, and we have ocean monuments like below, down below. Okay, so these are more for kind of exploring and stuff. But it would be a real bonus if we have villages right where we spawn. It's like falling into a lake filled with chocolate if you're a really chocolate lover. Okay, something in that sense. So then we can toggle between on and off. let's just keep it on and hope for a village to be, generated near our spawn area or spawn location.
The probability of which is pretty low.
But yeah, we do keep our hopes. Then we have something called as world type. Now, what is this world type? If we click on it, there are so many options. Nilaba, I think you'd be better
So
explaining
world
this.
type is default by default. So the default world type just creates a default world, as the name suggests. I didn't need to explain that actually, but if you want to go into technical details, it just creates a normal Minecraft world which might have mountains, it might have ridges, it might have oceans, it has standard size biomes. We'll come to biomes later. So a normal Minecraft world. After that we have super flat. Now this is just technically what the name suggests, although they could have easily removed super with no hassle. In super flat world you just get that, a flat world, absolutely no increment or decrement in the height of structures or building, not structure, sorry, of the land. So you can go and customize what you want. So currently it has only 3 blocks. You can go and change that, but we'll leave that for some other time. Next we have large biomes. Now in large biomes, the world generator generates biomes which are very big. Now what are biomes? What are biomes? Now in Minecraft, biomes are a group of similar expanses of land. So something like a plain, when there is something in Minecraft known as the plain biome, which is just green grass fields all over, and then we have a desert biome which is like sandy all over, and then we have a very marshy place called the swamp biome, and we have where there is vast expanse of ocean, it is called an ocean biome. So in default world type it just creates standard size biomes, but in large biomes it creates extremely big biomes. Now depending upon your choice, you might like to take large biomes, but at least for beginner we don't recommend large biomes. So continuing, we have amplified. If you're some very hardcore player and an expert in Minecraft, you might go on for amplified as a survival choice. Otherwise, as you can see, the notice is literally just for fun, because in an amplified world you have extremely high mountains with extremely steep slopes. It's extremely it's very hard to survive there, and it's very hard to even climb a mountain. So yeah, usually you don't play in amplified. And one more thing, amplified, it requires a lot of processing power, a lot of graphic rendering power. That's why it says requires beefy computer. So yeah, if you have a pretty good computer, you can actually try this and see how it looks. Otherwise, we technically don't recommend it. And amplified amplified world type, because there's very little you can do in it. Customized. Now what is customized? In customized you can set each and every settings of the Minecraft world generator and change them, set them, reset them. You can do, or you can take a preset, but we'll look at that some other time, not now. So let us just go with default. Now what is a bonus chest? What is a bonus chest? Okay. As beginners, we recommend that you take a bonus chest. Now we are not going to take a bonus chest because we want to make it general, but if you're a complete beginner to Minecraft, we recommend that you do take a bonus chest. Now what is a bonus chest? It's like a perk which you get in the beginning of a game. Somewhere near your spawn area, you're just going to get a chest surrounded by 4 torches, and in the chest there are a few items to give you a head start in Minecraft. It might contain a few apples, stone or wooden tools like axes, pickaxe, and shovels and swords, or you might get some wood blocks, some things to just give you a head start in this in your Minecraft world. So if you're a complete beginner, we recommend that you just go and turn it on, but we, the Edu Yourself team here, that is me and Pranav, we're just going to keep it off to make it general. Now allow cheats. Now what are cheats? Cheats, if you see, is basically what it says. You are cheating. You can turn it off or you can turn it on. We recommend that you don't cheat, you just turn it off. But for the technical details, I would like to say that cheats are something that let you modify a few things in your game. So for example, you can change your game mode from survival to creative or adventure or spectator. More on that later in your game. Or you can give yourself additional XP, or you can give yourself a diamond sword from out of thin air, or you can just grant yourself some experience. So you can do all that. if you just keep it on. But since we don't recommend cheating, it literally just takes the fun out of Minecraft, so we'll just keep it off. So anyways, with all these settings, let us just accept this and let us go, and let us just create a new world and await it. So it's loading the world and it's building the terrain. Let's see what awaits us.
Yeah, you can thank me for that. Okay, so this is our Minecraft world. Where did we spawn? Okay, we spawned in the middle of almost nowhere. Great. Now here, as you can see, there are quite a few elements around here that we notice. There is a blocks. All of them are in kind of pixelated form. All of them are blocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basic controls to just get you started. You can use the WASD key to move around. You can move your mouse to look around, and you can press space to jump. And yeah, you can see there's a crosshair in the middle. What is it for? It is used for hitting things. So you can press left click to hit things. We'll talk more on that in a short time. So yeah, you can just move around, you can jump, and yeah, so I recommend that you just explore a bit of the world, but don't move far away from a spawn area, as it is a very critical point. We'll come to why it's a critical point later.
Okay, so now when you just look at it, you find out that there is some weird kind of wooden block poking out from the right side of your screen, and that is, don't worry, that's just his hand. Okay, Steve's hand, right, the character's hand. And right next to it, to its left, we see a few chicken legs, a few hearts, and some bar below with around, I don't know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18 divisions. Okay, what is that for? It just looks like some normal bar which is not even filled, right? Well, that is actually your experience bar or XP bar. What do you call it? Technical term jargon, Nilaba.
I'm not much sure. I think your experience or XP bar, I think that will suffice for now. I'm not completely sure of the technical name, however. By the way, the technical name of the chicken legs is shanks. You call it shanks. You have 10 shanks of food in the beginning, and as you walk around it might deplete. We'll talk more on that later. Okay, so you might have noticed one thing here. On the right side of the screen, you're seeing cow moves, footsteps, and okay, cow moves again. Now these are called audio subtitles. Now how did I get them? So I'm just going to tell that to you. Press escape to pause your game. You can see variety of options here, and we'll just do that. We'll go to options, we'll go to music and sounds, and if you see, I have my show subtitles on. By default it is off. If you want, you can turn it on. After your recommended settings, you can go to done, and then you can go to done again. And one thing before I go back to game is I want to show achievements. Now these achievements are something that encourage you to continue playing in the game. They're not the biggest encouragements you'll ever find, and this is not the complete exhausted list of the achievements. As you achieve more and more, you'll unlock more and more achievements to be earned. As you can see, this map is a bit big. So what is the first achievement we can do? It is taking inventory. And how do we do that? We press E to open our inventory. So we are just going to do that. We press E, and here is our inventory with our achievement get, taking inventory. And here is our character. This guy is called Steve.
It's pretty loyal. He looks at wherever you point. That's good. Hey dog, look here. Bow, he looks at there. Okay, fine.
Okay, now you might have got Steve, or you might not have got Steve. If you might have your own skin, or if you didn't change the skin, you might have got either him or another person named Alex. Now that is randomly chosen between Steve and Alex. Now it depends on your luck. I think I got Steve here, so I have to go with that. So yeah, I can move around. And so what is the first thing I'm going to do in Minecraft? Okay, Pranav, what should I do other than simply
okay, now you can just see around. Basically in Minecraft you need to get some work done. In a sense, you need to survive the night through, survive the day also. So what you can do is you can start off by chopping wood with your bare hands. Okay, that may be a bit illogical, but yeah, you get an achievement too. That'll keep you motivated, I hope. So just get that wood out, and let's collect all of that wood.
And I just recommend leaving one block of wood here so you can jump onto it and take out more wood from top. And now you'll be like, seriously? Yeah. Now you'll be like, seriously, is this the only thing I'm going to do? Am I a wood chopper here? I mean to say, no, you're not. What are we going to do now? We are going to innovate. We are going to open a crafting table. Not our crafting table, our inventory, sorry. We are going to press E to open our inventory and we have our crafting area here. What are we going to do? We are going to craft things here. So I'm going to pick up this oak wood by pressing left click. If I just left click here, it's just going to place all of them. If I want to place one of them, I'm just going to right click, places one of them. Then I'll take this by left clicking, and I have converted oak wood into oak wood planks. That's my first crafting. You can go, you can have a break, you can go party around. You have done an amazing job. And
Okay.
to mention, this thing is a fundamental thing in Minecraft crafting. So you can find a list of all crafting recipes on the net if you want, but we'll just go with a few basic ones and as we encounter them. So what are we going to do with these oak planks? We're going to create something as a crafting table. And how are we going to do that? We are going to place 4 of these blocks in this manner and get a crafting table. I'm going to take that out and get an achievement and be happy with it, because this crafting table is a mighty object. Now, what should I do with this crafting table?
Now with the crafting table, you can just right click to place it wherever you want. So like boom, there you go. So why do you need a crafting table? If you noticed, in here for crafting you had 1, 2, 3 and 4 blocks, right? 4 blocks available. You can put this here, this here, this here, this here, or something like that,
That
right?
doesn't yield anything, but yeah, that's the max you can do anyways.
But in Minecraft there are so many different things, so many different things that you can't use only 1, 2, 3, 4 to get all your work done, isn't it, Steve? Yeah, he says yes. So what we can do in Minecraft is first get this thing here, and as Nilabat showed, uh, you know,
Get the
we'll
wood,
just
basically get the wood planks and
yeah,
create a
get wood
crafting
planks,
table.
and let's just put 1, 2, 3 and 4 there, and get a crafting table out.
Now
But
we are
since
not
we
going to do
already
that.
have it, let's just go on and open this. Here if you notice, we have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks to craft whatever we want, at least whatever Minecraft can give us. So let's first convert all of these, not all of these, let's just say, yeah,
A few of these, let's say 3 of
few of
these.
these, yeah, there.
And
And
let us
now we
convert these
have
in.
more of oak wood planks. Now, why did I craft so many oak wood planks? Well, Nilaba is going to tell you why.
Now you could have done this in your inventory crafting area, but we are just going to do it in the crafting table. Now you can, if you left click and drag down like this, you will see the 8 is divided into 2, 4 and 4. So Minecraft is pretty good at maths. And this recipe which you're seeing is used to create sticks. So basically 2 oak wood planks in this format and you get a stick. Sorry, 4 sticks per oak wood per pair of oak wood plank use, and I'm just going to get 16 of them like this. Now what am I going to do with this? I'm going to leave one and I'm going to put 2 of them here, and I'm going to craft oak wood planks. And now I'm going to create an axe. How? I'm just going to put 2 sticks like this. I'm going to take these oak wood planks and I'm just going to place them like this. Now this represents something like an axe. Now this is a recipe which you must remember. So I get a wooden axe. Now I'm just going to take it, and I have an axe. I can go around like some big hunter, and I can act like I'm some crazy person and
So
do whatever I want, but I'll just go to its main use. Pranav, may you please explain
yeah,
the use?
so instead of cutting a whole tree with your bare hands, it's better to use an axe, right? Appropriate tools for appropriate jobs. So that's what we're trying to do here. Get some more wood, just in case we would require them in the future.
Now you might be like, okay, is it just fancy stuff using an axe to cut down wood instead of your hand? You might consider that, but there's an added advantage to using an axe over your hand. In the field of cutting wood, it is that an axe cuts wood faster than your bare hands. Now with the wooden axe, it's not that significant enough, but with something like a stone axe or an iron axe or a diamond axe, which I of course don't recommend you to craft a diamond axe, the reduction in time becomes more significant. Now, can we do now? We can craft a pickaxe in a similar manner, a wooden pickaxe. This is the recipe for it. So I get a wooden pickaxe and I get achievement, time to mine.
So if you had noticed just then, there was something that dropped down and suddenly got added into our inventory. If you notice, yeah, birch saplings and oak saplings. Now, how did those two things just come into it? In Minecraft, when you cut down trees, all those leaf blocks that are there, they lose stability, and in the sense they become kind of loose. So what they do is they drop down in the form of either bird saplings, or sometimes they also give apples. But both of them are not like every single time. It depends on your luck.
Okay, now what am I doing with this pickaxe? I'm mining out stone. And one thing, this is a bit weird in Minecraft, but when you mine out stone, you don't get stone, you get cobblestone. And now you're like, okay, now can I just do it using my bare hands instead of, using a pickaxe? I'm like, yes, you actually can. So I'm just going to go ahead, but there's extremely disadvantages, and I'm just going to show it why. So you can see it takes a lot of time to just break it with your bare hands. And another disadvantage, you don't get it.
You don't get a cobblestone.
Exactly. So unless you mine it with a pickaxe, you don't get cobblestone. So now what am I going to do with the stone? Now I can craft stone tools. Like I crafted wooden tools, craft stone tools such as stone pickaxe and stone, no, what is the other one? Stone axe. But there's one more thing which you can craft. You can also craft a wooden one. A sword. You can craft a stone sword. You could have also crafted a wooden sword, but since we have stone which is better than wood, we are just going to craft a stone sword. And yeah, so we get an achievement, time to strike, and let us create a stone pickaxe also. Yeah, so we got an upgrade. So yeah, we're getting achievements and achievements and achievements. Okay, so what are we going to do now? As you can see, night is falling. We can't just wander around like this. So I'm just going to make a house now. So I'm just going to create a door. So the recipe for a door is this.
The way our door looks.
Yeah, and I get 3 oak doors.
Okay, so now we'll just remove this, and what we need to do is find a safe place. So there are, 1 second, let's just try to move around and find the mob here, shall we? So what is this mob that I just told you guys about? A mob is another item, actually not an item, but another player. I wouldn't even say player. Okay.
Moving object.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay. So,
an entity, not an entity, an living being.
Yeah.
Something like a living being.
Right. So there are 2 kinds of mobs. One is passive mobs, and the other is aggressive mobs.
Hostile mobs. Okay. The technical term.
Yeah, jargon. Now, okay. Before that, we just placed a door there, right? So why did we do that? Now, if you in Minecraft, you can right click to open the door, and you can right click again to close the door. So it's toggling between open and close. And these aggressive mobs, or whatever Nilba said, hostile mobs, they actually attack you, and you know what happens when monsters attack you, right? Come on, it's logic. Okay. So, but the thing is, they cannot pass through doors. They cannot open doors. You can open doors. So you can stay inside your house, your small makeshift room, and stay safe in there for the night at least.
More of a dig out than a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we are just going to make a small dig out for ourselves, a livable dig out at least. So let us just mine it out. And now, why did we make a house at night? Like, what is the special thing that is going to happen at night? Is there like ghosts going to come or something? And no, there are no ghosts going to come unless.
But for those of you who do believe in monsters, yeah, this is your real world.
Yeah, a monster is going to come, however. And now you're like, okay, I didn't see any monsters in the day. What is the probability I'm going to see it in the night? The answer is pretty high. Why pretty high? Well, the monster spawning. Yeah, there's a long silence there. I'm just going to explain the monster spawning technique in Minecraft. Monsters spawn in dark areas. As you can see, this is a dark area. So in the day, there wasn't pretty much, there is a very little dark area on the surface. Now, since it's night, it's extremely dark, and as you can see, there is a hole here. I'm just going to cover that. So since it's dark outside, monsters can spawn here. Now, what are those monsters? Are they cows? No, I mean the hostile mobs. Now there are these hostile mobs like zombies, skeletons, creepers. Now you might be aware of what zombies and skeletons are. Creepers, no, it's not the plant which grows. I'm not talking of a strawberry plant. Creepers are a type of mob which we'll show to you if we ever get to see it in this video. Now you're like, okay, fine. So you mean to say they spawn in dark areas? You'll be like, okay, yourself team people, are you seriously saying that you know that monsters spawn in dark areas and you're just going to live in this digout when this digout itself is extremely dark? And yeah, we don't recommend that you go out during the night. We are just trying this to should demonstrate to you if you can, find a mob. But we don't recommend you do it, of course, at least as a beginner. Okay, now what should we do? We're not going to sit here, of course.
Let's just try to go out a little bit and.
Okay, we don't recommend it for you. We are doing it since we are quite good at Minecraft. We have some experience. Otherwise, we don't recommend. We are just, trying to find an example of a mob.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you might have seen us teleport here. That was just some glitch in our video recording. So yeah, please ignore that. Now you're like, okay. Yes, monsters can spawn here. Now, but there is one more functionality to monster spawning. They do not spawn within a 16 block radius of where you are. So since this regout is, very well within a 16 block radius, they're not going to spawn here. So can you be like, okay, fine, let me just leave and, when the day comes, I'll just walk off. There's a problem, however. The moment you go out, this place is still dark and you might go out of a 16 block radius and, your digout might be filled with the zombies and skeletons and who knows what not. So we have to light this place up. And how are we going to light it up? Now usually we make torches. Now torches are made from stick and coal. Now we didn't find coal. Coal is ore you'll find here, but we didn't find coal. But we can make something known as charcoal using wood. So that's why we saved wood. Okay, the first thing we have to do is create a furnace to smelt things. So we do that by taking cobblestones. We need 8 cobblestones for this. We put them in a square shape like this, and here we have a furnace along with our achievement get, which is a very hot topic, and furnace is a very hot topic to actually discuss about. What we're going to do here, we are going to use fuels to convert something like something which can be burned into its products. Pranav, can you please give some examples?
Yeah, so for example, we talked about, okay, if you had noticed, like with a very sharp eye, you would have found a few weird shaped blocks, in the sense they were in a different color. Okay, I'm not talking about this diorite or what we have. The ones you saw down in the valley, I don't know if you remember, but those were iron ore blocks. Now iron ore, okay, let's just try to just go there and yeah. I guess we found it somewhere here.
Here.
Yeah. Now those two are iron ore blocks. Okay. From iron ore blocks, we can't directly get iron, right? We got to smelt it, and we have to extract the iron from the iron ore. So for that, we would use a furnace, and we would put all the iron ore blocks here, and some fuel down here. Generally we would use coal, but since we don't have either iron or coal, let's just not look into that. But for torches, there's another option that we can go for. For example, for a torch we would need a stick and coal on top, right? We can also use charcoal. And how would we do charcoal, Nilaba?
Okay, so for making charcoal, you have to use wood planks. Need not be birch, it can be oak, or it can be jungle, it can be any tree. You are going to use wood planks as fuel, and you are going to use wood as the thing to be burnt. Now you can't switch them, you can't do this. So you have to use wood as a thing to be burnt, and you have to use wood planks as fuel. And this furnace itself illuminates your house pretty well. And so you are pretty safe for now, but please don't just be happy saying, yeah, my furnace is going to burn all day long and I'm going to get light forever. No, as soon as it runs out of items, the furnace is going to stop burning.
But here we find that something else is coming into picture. What is this? Charcoal, right? So now let all of this wood get converted and boom, it's dark again. But don't worry, we're going to take this charcoal, take back our wood. Let's just escape out of this by pressing E. And here in our crafting table, let's just put a stick, one of that and one of this. And as you see, you get 4 torches. Let's just collect all of them and let us locate that, put them here, and just place a torch wherever we want. Like maybe just say here. That's it. Your place is lit.
Okay. So now since we have two more charcoal pieces, let us just get all of the torches we could ever get. So we have them, and let's just take back our sticks. Now your place is well lit. Now if your place is bigger than this, you might need to place more than one torch, but we'll just place one for now. And sometimes this is pure this is only for aesthetic purposes, but if you want, you can make it symmetric for whatever reason. And if you want to, you press them using right click. Now you say, okay, now I have a torch here. I don't need it. It's just sitting there, and it's literally a waste of a torch if I just keep it there. So how do you break it? You just left click on it, and there it goes. It breaks, and you can go and collect it.
Now another thing that you can craft. Now see, we have this birch sapling, then we have wooden pickaxe, stone pickaxe, we have oak doors, and we have some what is this, diorite, some cobblestone, so many things. Now if we die, we would lose all of these. Would we want that to happen? No, we want to save these somewhere. So what would we do is we would go to the crafting table, and we shall one second.
So we need 8 wood planks for this.
Yeah.
So we are going to craft more wood planks. So again, we have to place them in a ring pattern or a square pattern like this, the wood planks, and we get a chest. And what do we do in a chest? We just keep it in inventory for now.
We just keep it in our inventory, and let's just place it there by right clicking, and boom, that's it. Now to open it, again right click, and you see that an additional of 1 2 3 into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So about 27 blocks, exactly 27 more items you can keep in there. So let's just put that there, 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 there. Now if you notice, I can put this here and here and here and here, and if I want to collect all of these, I can just double click. All of them are going to stack into one, maximum possible, and can just place all of them there, like sword, this one, empty-handed, light-hearted. We can roam around, but nope, we are not going to do that. We're just going to have a simple sword, maybe an axe, and a pickaxe. Let's just have some torches too. Suppose we discover some caves or dark places, it's really important, and some dirt.
Yeah, so let us just continue with this. But on a technical side note, if I place a dirt block on top of the chest, for example, I can't open it. So there has to be open space on top of the chest to open it. So make sure you always have that. Now since it's daybreak again, we can go out, but this time we recommend that you have a sword because some mobs might still be roaming around. So how do you kill people or hit people with a sword? Just left click, and yeah, you hit them. Now you can see a small sword icon below the crosshair. We'll explain that later, mostly not in this video, perhaps in the next video. We'll also explain a few more controls. For now, let us just try to look for an animal to kill so that we have some food. We can't find the cows. Where did the cows disappear? Pranav, do you have any idea where the cows disappeared? They're just here, the previous day before the night break. Now they have disappeared into thin air, which is not good. Okay, I'm going to. Okay. So you should have heard a mob spawning or something somewhere, but I just fell down. Anyway, when you saw I fell down, I lost a bit of health and it quickly regenerated. So Pranav, may you explain why I lost it and how did it regenerate?
Okay,
what was
those
this magic?
little heart icons there, that depicts your health. Okay, pretty understandable, yeah. But what happened when we fell down? Since we fell from a certain height,
4 blocks or more.
yeah. Technical stuff again.
Yeah, 4 blocks or more, at least in this version. Okay, before you complain in this video or go and flag it saying we have slaughtered a cow, I need not have slaughtered a cow. I could have gone and slaughtered a pig or sheep, for example, but I did it so that I can get this. I'm not bothered with leather. This raw beef. Why do I need a beef now? To eat, basically. And why do we want to eat? We'll explore that when our hunger level goes down. So yeah, back with what Pranav was saying.
Yeah, so since you fell from a height, a little of those hard, what do you say, bars just went down, right? Depicting that your health deteriorated for a little time. but it regenerated really quick because your chicken legs were full, or at least greater than 9. And why is that, Nilaba?
Because our hunger still didn't go down below 9. Ideally, what happens is if if you like you're walking, or if you run a lot, or what generally happens is as time progresses, unless it's just standing stationary for I don't know what reason, your hunger will deplete. Your hunger will increase and the shanks will come down, the amount of shanks which are full. So
yeah, chicken legs.
Yeah. So when you have less than 9 of them, you won't regenerate health. But as long as you have greater than or equal to 9 of them, you will regenerate your health. On a side note, regenerating your health increases your hunger faster. So yeah, try not to lose health.
So now let's just give a bit more of controls here. Now here we just saw a flat piece of land there. So now if we want to really go to that end, we can anyways walk, but wouldn't it be a better idea to sprint, right? So to sprint in Minecraft, you would double press the W button. So there we go, we are running faster now. Yeah, you can run faster all the time, but the thing is, as you saw, those chicken legs started depleting. So how do you get that back?
By eating. Now, okay, one thing I would like to mention is, before you go running around the field the entire day, thing is that we have some pumpkins here, so let's just mine them. Now there is a tool for mining pumpkins quickly. You can use a bare hands. The tool is an axe. Doesn't make sense, I don't know how, but let's just take a few of them. Yeah, anyways, anyway, the technical English term again. We live in a world where English has been degraded in many terms. Whereas sprinting increases your hunger faster, so that's why it's not recommended that you sprint very much. Sometimes if it's absolutely necessary, you might have to, but sprinting decreases your hunger fast. So if you have a lot of food or something, yeah, you might try. Otherwise, in the beginning, as we are low on food, we are not going to sprint that much. Okay, so let us just try to find our way back home. And so yeah, it's recommended that you don't venture far off unless you're pretty good with navigating. So since we have played Minecraft for quite some time, we are able to find it quite easily. Otherwise it might be a bit hard, so always remember where you have gone. So now let us just get back, and yeah, this is the iron ore we talked about. So we are just going to get back to our house for now. And okay, now you'll be like, okay, how can I replenish my health? That is, only if your hunger is greater than 9, you can replenish, greater than or equal to 9, can you replenish your health? And now how can I replenish my hunger? By eating. So yeah, I can just go and eat this raw beef now, but there is one reason I don't want to eat it. As food is scarce, this raw beef will give me around some 1 or 2 shanks of this hunger back, or 1 or 2 shanks back.
In the sense, hunger. one or two of those chicken legs will be colored again.
Yeah. Yay. Now if I eat it now, only 1 will be colored, so that results in a loss of 50%. Math.
Now below that,
we don't want that, right? So we should make maximum utility of our resources, as resources are quite scarce. For now, food is very scarce. So, and that's why I'm not eating now.
So right below all of those shanks or chicken legs, we can see that a bar has lit up. The experience bar I talked about has lit up. Now, if you had watched or observed really carefully, that would have happened when we killed a cow back there and got this beef and leather, right? Now, why is that? What is that? Whoa, is that required? So, what is that? That is experience points, right? XP. Now, that would be used in enchantment and other places. We will not get into that right now. But it's good to, keep collecting experience, greater experience. That's it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So now what will happen when you get to the end of these 18 or so experience blocks or divisions? The number would increase by 1, increment by 1, and it'll go to 2. Currently there's nothing. So yeah, as we keep progressing through the game, you'd find that out.
So that is basically the level you are in. So now what are we going to do? Let us conclude it. Shall we conclude this video for now?
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll conclude this video for now, and we shall continue in the next video where we shall explain more of gameplay mechanics. However, we'll just leave you with one small thing. Okay, we'll just leave you with one small thing. As you see, this is raw beef. So there's also something known as cooked beef. Okay, now what is the difference between raw beef and cooked beef? The difference is raw beef gives you one to two shanks of back, and cooked beef gives you more than that. I think 4 or 5 shanks. I'm not completely sure, but much more than raw beef. So how do we get cooked beef? We literally cook the raw beef. Now, of course, we are going to do it in the furnace. So we're just going to put it here, and we need fuel. So we are just going to go back to our chest and get 2 wood planks. And here it is, cooking it. So we'll just conclude the video here. This is not any type of a suspense, but you might await in suspense how the cooked beef looks. Mostly you can make it in your own world. Yeah, it looks like that.
Or it's called steak.
Yeah. Technical terminology mishap, please forgive me. And it's still burning.
That's it. Let all of that wood get burned, wasted.
Yeah. What to do. Okay, so we conclude our video now. In the next video, we'll come with more on Minecraft gameplay mechanics. We'll cover crouching, we'll cover carefully watching things, we'll discover what water is. I don't know if you haven't already discovered that. It's pretty self-explanatory what water is. And yeah, we'll try to find one of the hostile mobs, the monsters, the zombies, and we'll see what else we can do.
It's okay, Steve. Don't feel scared.
And also we'll try to mine out iron. So fine, let's end the day or just end it for today. Thank you very much for watching.
Shishi.